Hey engineering students, in this video I'll show you how to generate concepts for your electronic combination circuit project. Now in this assignment what we're going to do is we're going to generate 4 numbers that we might use for the combination to our circuit. We're not going to use all the numbers in our final circuit, we're only going to use one of them, but in this step we're trying to generate or come up with 4 different ones so we can choose the one we like. Now the best way to remember what the combination is going to be to your circuit is to actually convert the switches that we're going to use into binary so you can kind of remember the number. There's kind of 2 thoughts about how you could go about using this assignment. You can either start with a number that you know and convert it to binary and then convert the switches down here, or you could start by making your switch pattern here, converting it to binary, and then converting that to a number. So you can either work essentially, we'll call it top down here, or bottom up over there. It's up to you. So let's kind of do it both ways. For combination number 1, I'm going to pick a number that I want to convert into binary code. We're doing what's called 4-bit binary, which means there's 4 numbers. So this number has to be between 0 and 15. That's a huge hint for what you should type up here when you turn this assignment in. So for this assignment, I'm going to pick 3 as my first number. So I'm going to just put a 3 here. Now to convert that to binary, I have to know how binary code works. And so just a really quick reminder about how this works is we actually generate binary code right to left, and that each slot has a different value. So the first slot is worth 1. The second slot is worth 2. The third slot is going to be worth 4. And the fourth slot is going to be worth 8. And so we either put a 1 or a 0 there, and if there's a 1 in that slot, we add that number together. So what we're going to do here is we're going to look at 3, and we're going to look at these numbers. Do I need to add an 8, a 4, a 2, or a 1 together to get a 3? So to get 3, I actually need to add a 1 to a 2. So the binary code for 3 in 4-bit binary is 0011. So now that I know what that is, I'm going to convert that to how my switches need to be on my circuit. And so if our binary code has a 1, that's going to be an on switch. So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to just press Control-C to copy this. I'm going to paste this on switch, and I'm going to put it right here because my 1 is here. I'm going to need another on switch. I'm going to paste that and put it right here. And then I need 2 off switches because I have 2 zeros. So I'm going to copy that, put it right here. Oh, not rotate it. And I'm going to paste this and put 1 more there. So for one of my combinations, the number I could remember is 3. The binary for that is 0011, and the on-off switches I'm going to use in my circuit, to open the circuit, I would say off, off, on, on. So now let's kind of do it the opposite way. Let's start with the switches. So I'm actually going to start with a on switch. I'm going to put that first. I'm going to put an off switch next to it. I'm going to put an on switch here. And I'm going to put an off switch here. So now that I know what the switches are, I can set up my binary. I'm going to change this to be 0s for off and 1s for on. So I have on first, so it's 1 0 1 0. And now I just kind of need to convert this into a regular number. So again, if you don't remember how the slots work, this one is 8, this one is 4, this one is 2, and this one is 1. And so I have an 8 and a 2, and I add those together, and I get 10. So the number for this one would be 10. You need to complete 4 possible numbers for this step, and don't forget to answer this question on top. Make sure you turn this in because you're going to need it for the next step.